Hello, lovelies. It's been a bit. We've been a little bit busy. As you see, we have a new model. I've been working on debut, but we're coming back with an r/scam videos. One I haven't looked at in a while. Off we go. Person dropped this at my house today. Is it a scam? Oh, I have to zoom in. To current occupants. Dear current occupants, I hope this letter finds you well. My name is blank and I used to reside at the Void, which I understand is now your home. I am writing to inform you that some important documents have been mistakenly sent from the USA to that address under my name. If any mail arrives addressed to me, I would greatly appreciate it if you could get in touch with me. I understand this may be an inconvenience and I sincerely apologize for any trouble caused. Your assistance in this matter would mean a lot to me. Feel free to contact me at your earliest convenience through the phone number below, or you can make arrangements of the retrieval of the documents. My contact number is blank. You can also get in touch with me via WhatsApp, Viber, or simple messages. This feels like one of those things where you get in contact with them, and it's either they try to steal personal info, or it's like some degree of like pig butchering or something. It feels wrong, but I don't know exactly what's happening here. Got the my AirPods are pinging in your house note today. Perhaps this is better suited for r/home defense or something. But today we had a stranger knock on the door. We didn't answer, and about an hour later they came back and knocked again. When we didn't have ooh, that's not what that says. When we still didn't answer, they left a note. Said they lost their AirPods yesterday and now they're showing on Find My iPhone in our house. It looked from the camera like they may have done the same thing to our neighbor. My understanding this is a somewhat common scam where they're either trying to extort money or get the opportunity to see/get inside the home. Yeah, that's typically what this is. I guess next time they come back, they'll be looking to see if anyone picked up the note. We have a Nest doorbell. I think I can speak through it and say something like, AirPods are not here, please leave. I believe Nest you can speak through. I don't have much experience with it, but this is pretty common. They used it to see what time people are home, and also what's inside. And also, like you said, see if they can get inside, basically. Can I borrow $20 to make a call? I'm on a construction site in a bad neighborhood. A girl walked up to me as I was closing the gates for the day. Said, this sounds crazy, but I'll give you $20 if you could please let me use your phone. She didn't look homeless. She had 20 in her hand. I told her I was busy and told her to go Told her to go talk to our security guard and get off the job site, which is, good etiquette. Don't want random people there. Sure enough, she went to him and he let her use his phone. Kept walking. I can't read. I kept watching. She was on his phone for about 10 minutes. What type of scam should... I'm having a struggle bus reading this. What type of scam could she pull off? Or maybe she needed the call. Edit, talked to security guard today. She used his phone with no issues. She got into a fight with her boyfriend, had to call for a ride. He didn't take the 20. So I know this is common in some areas. They'll say, hey, can I borrow your phone to make a phone call? You unlock your phone, and once it's unlocked, they grab your phone and they run, and they now have an unlocked phone where they can do just about anything with, get the information off of it, or just sell it. My granddad was scammed of upwards of $1 million. Oh, I hate hearing about the grandparent scam ones. They suck. I'm not exactly sure what to say or what I'm expecting out of this post, but advice and support are much needed and appreciated. This evening, my mom called and informed me that my grandfather, 80, had been admitted to the hospital in critical care due to numerous health issues. This was devastating news, and we both rushed to the hospital to wait for update. He's currently in a diabetic coma, being heavily treated from what I understand. Oh, no. While we're in the waiting room, my mom was informing other family and friends and needed to go to my granddad's phone to get a couple of numbers of his friends. While she was doing this, she noticed a text message from an American phone number, which is unusual because we live in New Zealand. The preview of the text said something along the lines of, hey babe, and she kind of joked that he was getting scam messages. She opened the chat and found out they had been sending messages back and forth, and 2 days earlier, there's a text from my granddad stating that he sent her 8,000 New Zealand dollars, approximately 5,000 USD. Some further scrolling through text messages, we discover she's been sending the sum regularly, and they've been communicating and quote-unquote dating for about 6 years. The text messages are all over the place because this person changes numbers quite often with different American area codes. From what we could gather, the money he is spending is to help her get out of a current situation and over to where he lives. The money is sent through 4tex, which I have not heard of before, but she has attempted to get it, to send it through cryptocurrency. I think 4tex is a cryptocurrency thing to some degree. Either way, it's a third party and that should be suspicious. From the text messages, I have confirmed about 50,000 New Zealand dollars being transferred, but there are years of communication missing. Based on what seems to be weekly payments of more than 3,500 over 5 years, which is a conservative amount, it seems like he sent almost $1 million, maybe more. He has mentioned selling his house and has not used heating during this winter because it's too expensive. We are now not only worrying about his recovery in the hospital, which does appear to be hopeful, but also the aftermath of discovering he spent his life earnings on a scam. Also, a lot of the time, they believe this person's real. They believe that this person's real, that, they're actually in love with them, and older people are more at risk because they're lonely and a lot more gullible, which is really sad. Amazon scam or great deal. Just bought this graphic card for $300 on Amazon, usually $450. Within minutes of us buying, the price changed back to $400. And the sold by name looks fishy. Is it a scam where you score a great deal? Oh, yeah, no. That's a scam. The name seems to be a random string of numbers, but it's either going to be really cheap quality or you're just never gonna get it. So unfortunately, yeah, it's a scam. And a lot of the time, someone buys it, they take down the listing and then put up another one, so there's no chance of like review or anything. So you can't look into it and be like, oh, let me check the reviews, because there will be none. Oh, more I had to zoom in on. I just get scammed/robbed at Walmart. I want to preface this by saying, yes, I am stupid. This just happened to me, but I was at Walmart and a woman asked me to pay for her groceries, saying she has 5 kids waiting in the car. I want to preface this by, if you ever get scammed, you're not stupid. Scams are really good at social engineering, and scams like this one, which is not really a scam, it's more of just a really scummy move, but a lot of the time, they prey on people's goodwill. So, no, you're never stupid for falling for a scam, no matter what anyone will tell you. She had a bit of food and medication, I think, in her cart. It didn't seem like it was going to be too much. So I said yes. She scanned her things at self-checkout and my dumbass swiped my card without looking too hard and at what she bought or even what the total was. It wasn't until after I saw the total then it was about $220. Sorry to say I don't have $200, but she said something and rushed away. My card did have $200, but not to give away, you know? I didn't know what to do if I paid for my stuff and left. I fall for some kind of scam tactic. I want to believe I genuinely helped her, but I can't help but feel like I got tricked out of a good chunk of my money. What should I do? Edit. Any chance I can get the money back somehow? I don't know about getting money back. You'd have to like call your bank or something. I don't know if that could constitute as a refund. It basically, she preyed on your goodwill, which a lot of scams like this fall for. Yeah, it's a common one. Like I said though, you're never stupid for falling for a scam. I literally can't unsubscribe from a vitamin scam. I saw in a video a while ago a sponsorship for Ritual, a vitamin company. I have had some trouble with my gut health, I guess. And she's saying that worked great. I usually don't buy stuff from sponsorships, but the website seemed kinda legit. I got some, ended up subscribing to it. I eventually got sick of taking them and realized they probably didn't work, so I wanted to cancel my subscription because they were kind of expensive. I've been trying for months to unsubscribe and I keep googling how to stop the subscription, but when going through the steps, there isn't actually an option for it. I can't find anywhere on the website and I end up seeing something that could say I could delete my account to stop it. Deleted my account last month, got an alert today I was charged again. It also states they will email you 2 days ahead of time before charging, but I have yet to get an email warning me. I've also tried to use Rocket Money to unsubscribe, that didn't work either. Don't buy for them, vitamins don't really work anyways. If you can help me, would appreciate help. You can call your bank to like ban a vendor, I believe. But yeah, it's one of those subscriptions you can't get out of. Is this FedEx receipt real or fake? Currently, a seller on OfferUp said they were going to see how much shipping was on an item I was going to purchase via FedEx since weight limit was over 20 pounds. Apparently, OfferUp doesn't let sellers ship an item if it's past 20 pounds. The seller said they shipped the item today and wants me to send them the money online. Told them to cancel the shipping as I never told them wanted to ship in the first place nor agreed to paying that amount. That's weird. OfferUp. I don't think the OfferUp thing is. I've never used OfferUp. I could be wrong. But I don't think it's true that they have a weight limit. I'm gonna look at the receipt. Oh yeah. Yeah, a lot of the font is different. The shipping fee font is different and smaller than FedEx Ground. The font on the subject to additional charges is also wrong. The visit us at is also crooked in a way that it shouldn't be. In the crinkle at the bottom doesn't affect any other text. So yeah, I went to school for a little bit for graphic design in Photoshop, and that's not Gucci. I'm pretty sure this is a scam, but my boyfriend is questioning it. It's never a bad thing to ask if you may be in a scam. If you're questioning it, it's going to be suspicious, but never be afraid to reach out if you're concerned. Hi everyone, so my boyfriend called me because someone deposited $1,600 into our Chase account. He got a call from an elderly woman who claims to have Zelled the wrong person. She said she meant to send it to the contractor working on her home. She asked my boyfriend if he could send the money back, and he'd keep $200 for the trouble. I 100% believe it's a scam. No one would just give a stranger money. He, on the other hand, isn't convinced. He did some research, and the elderly woman who claims to have accidentally Zelled us is real. I told him she could easily be in on the scam, or someone could have used her identity. The money is cleared in our Chase account, and we aren't going to touch it till we figure out what to do. My question is, if I call Chase or Zelle, what should we do? So, you can call Chase. Give them a heads up. Whenever it comes to weird charges, it's never a bad thing. Yeah, you're right. She could be in on the scam. It could be one of those, scams where that money is stolen money, and they had a victim send it to the boyfriend as a way for laundering, but now they need to get it back to them, so they're now having you send it to them, and you keep $200 for your quote-unquote troubles, but you're laundering stolen money. And there's proof of you moving it around in accounts, so you could also get in trouble. My mother was scammed. My mother called me asking if I received the money she sent me for my new phone, as I had dropped mine down the sink. She unfortunately didn't think twice when someone pretended to be me. She sent the scammer $1,300 and her credit card information for some reason. Transaction still pending as it's a new account. In summary, she has exposed 2 accounts to the scammer. Anything she could do before any damage. Once again, if you're suspicious, call somebody. Mostly your bank. Call your bank. They can try to stop a transfer, but outside of that, only thing you can do is, of course, get a new credit card, since that's compromised. Girls asking for jumper cables. This may have been totally legit, but it felt off. My husband and I were on our way home from our parents' house. 2 young girls, I'm guessing like 16 to 18, were waiting in the street and stopped us while we were driving. This is at 1 in the morning. They asked if we had jumper cables to start their cars, but we don't have any. As we pulled away, we could see some guy off to the side hiding in the street light, and the lights of their car were on. This is some kind of trap or scam. Like, they could have been needing a jump, but it felt really sketchy. So the biggest thing is, they did not need a jump. If their car lights were working, they don't need a jump. That's actually a way you can tell if your battery does need a jump, is if the car lights don't work. But seeing how they're working, they were fine. This could have been a jump type situation where you get out to help and they essentially jump you, which is really bad. That's not a vibe. Family member being scammed for big money. In denial. Most of them are. Like I said before, a lot of them are a lot of them are convinced that it's real. Typical textbook catfishing plus crypto scam. Beautiful, successful, wealthy model wants an average blue collar guy from India. I'm having an issue today. He has an crypto investment opportunity. Wants him to put all of his money into, sell his house, and move to Cali and marry her. So ridiculous as to be painful to say. He sold all of his valuables and sent them 100K before anyone knew. Found a ton of evidence online and convinced him for a short time. Her Facebook account had no posts older than last year and used stock internet photos. Her photos were proven to be found on the internet and belonged to someone else. The way they had him do things was obviously to steal his identity. They created a fake bank account using his identity for him to wire money into. The bank itself is online and flaky. Investment site is obviously fake, the list goes on. I thought I at least saved his house, now he's pulled back into the scam. Trying to borrow money against his house to pay the commission to withdraw the money from the fake account. She gave him a BS excuse for everything I found he told her and ignores everything else he didn't. The pretty girl has evidently visited him at least once or twice during this time, so he's convinced she's real. I have no evidence to back the visits up. Reading scams messes up my reading because it baffles me. He's done plenty of lying already, so it could be easily fabricated. Regardless, it doesn't really matter. I am beside myself, furious with him as the scammers. He believes nothing I say or show him and gets mad at me for doing it. I showed him the entire script of the scam I found on a fraud site that matches her story and sequence of events he's experiencing. The fee they're asking even matches. You would think this would convince him, it doesn't. I have fraud alerts put on him at the bank, alerted everyone as much as I could, gathered what evidence I could, and it's all for nothing. I have no clue how someone can hand over their entire life savings and house to a stranger, ignore glaring evidence found by trusted family members, and be willingly left to slaughter. I almost fell for a sugar baby scam a few years ago. I was trying out a lesbian dating app since I'm bi, want to try dating women. Please no homophobes. We don't do that here. Anyone who does, you're not. That's gross. And this woman messaged me wondering if I wanted to be her sugar baby. More curious than anything, but I went with it. Until she asked for my credit card number, and a few days after we started talking. Confused and asked her, what about PayPal? According to her, she can't make any accounts on PayPal, Venmo, etc. because reasons I forgot. I'll admit, I can be pretty damn naive, but that did not sound right to me. I've never heard of someone giving out their credit card number and getting paid. It was sad, I was actually kind of starting to fall for her. We seemingly had so much in common, but she was so insistent how she could only pay me if I gave her my credit card info. I was also taught at a young age to never give out that kind of information, so I had to stop talking to her and I ghosted her. I'm ashamed to share the story now because people get so judgmental about how it's openly potentially being a sugar baby. I swear that's all I get out of it. Not the fact she's trying to scam me after clearly manipulating me, trying to gain my trust. But when it comes to this, yeah, it's been a big thing on Discord for a while as well, where they reach out and they want to like pay you to interact with them. But it's just them trying to get either account information or steal like your bank info. Alright, and that's all we have for today. I hope you enjoyed. This is the first time making a video since getting the new model, or proper video, other than the debut trailer. Hope you enjoyed. If you would like, feel free to drop a subscribe and also like. And if you like more content like this, please let me know. And feel free to share your own scam stories in the comments. I may, if I get enough of them, add comment-based scam as well, or like comment-based stories. I feel like that'd be interesting, a little bit of interaction. But until then, I will see you next time. Bye bye!